1918 AD, 58:12 AM. The new Russian secret police became the terror of Russia, a force run by the Bolshevik Jews. Beginning in this year and continuing on through 1959, the Jewish-run concentration camp program in Russia and Siberia saw the extermination by starvation, freezing, torture, executions and labouring to death of 66 million Russian Christians. None of this at the time was reported in the West. 20 million people worldwide died of the influenza epidemic, 548,000 people in America. Combined with the death toll of World War I and the genocide in Russia, these years represent a global depopulation period. A typhoon struck Tokyo, Japan in September, killing 1,600. On April 21, the Red Baron, Manfred von Richthofen, was shot down and American and French forces put a halt on the German advance in the Second Battle of Marne, ending World War I. The British under T.E. Lawrence take Damascus from the Turks. British and French forces occupy Constantinople, taking the city from the Turks. General Allenby of Britain defeats the Turks at the Battle of Megiddo, known as Armageddon Valley. This was exactly 2520 years, 360 times 7, after 603 BC, when foreigners, Egyptians, were defeated by foreigners, Babylonians, for Jerusalem and Judah. The same year that the Israelites, escaping out of Assyrian frontiers, migrated into and settled the Balkans. Interestingly, in 1918, the Baltic states received their independence from Russia. As this was a tragic year for Islamic nations and power, we find it 1296 years after the start of the Muslim Hijra calendar in 622 AD, or 432 times 3 years. 1. Jewish supremacism. 3. Hitchhiker's Guide to Armageddon. 1919 AD, 58:13 AM. Mount Kelud of Indonesia erupted in May, killing 5,000. Germany officially surrendered at the Paris Peace Conference with the Treaty of Versailles. Gandhi in India organises a work stoppage protesting the incarceration of Indian dissidents without trial. Riots occur and British soldiers shoot 329 Indians. Civil war in Russia continues as the Bolsheviks grow in power. On May 29th, 2 British expeditions, one in West Africa and the other in Brazil, during an excellent eclipse, were able to photograph stars in the vicinity of the Sun, which was obscured by the Moon. They compared these photos with ones taken after the sunset and discovered that the stars in their relative positions with each other had changed positions by the space-time curvature near the Sun's surface. Einstein's theory of relativity postulated that light would bend passing through a gravitational field, a theory nearly impossible at this time to prove, because the light of the Sun blinds us from the light of the stars beyond it. 1. 20th century events. 2. God's laughter. 1920 AD, 58:14 AM. The League of Nations is inaugurated. Britain receives a mandate to rule Transjordania and Palestine. The Jewish Bolsheviks win the Russian Civil War, and dissidents and political undesirables vanish by the tens of thousands into labour camps never to be seen again. In the United States, the 19th Constitutional Amendment enfranchises women. Commercial radio broadcasting begins in the USA, and Christian sermons and programming are heard at the inception of this novel form of entertainment. By this year, from 1881, the INS reports that 3,237,079 people migrated from Russia or its satellites to the United States, most of them Jews. The US Congress takes note that the stream of Eastern European migration is taking a toll on the US population, especially because so many of them are absolutely unassimilable, the Jews retaining their own nation within a nation mindset. After the report, Congress began stemming the flow of these immigrants into America. This was the 300th year since the Puritan Pilgrims landed in North America in 1620, and 144 years since the Declaration of Independence was signed. This year is exactly 120 years to the Phoenix Cataclysm in 2040 AD. This was also the year 1656, 414 times 4, of the Christian Coptic calendar. An earthquake kills 20,000 in Gansu, China, and bombs detonated in JP Morgan Bank in New York City, killing 30, but injuring 200 others. In the Annus Mundi calendar, this was the year 5814, which parallels the 5814 pyramid-inch height of the Great Pyramid's completed structure. At present it stands at 5448 pyramid inches high, but this is because the chief cornerstone is not upon it yet. The monument will be complete in 2106 AD at the return of the chief cornerstone. 1. 20th century events. 3. Iron Curtain over America.